Welcome to a quick walkthrough of the key features of Data Mores Automated Data Compliance Solution. Our Automated Data Compliance Solution has 4 key components. 1. The Compliance Service that integrates to the corporate data sources and conducts the data analysis. 2. The BI Service that pushes metadata to BI tools like PowerBI. 3. The GDPR Taskboard that enables end-user interaction. And finally, our Exchange service that creates Outlook categories used for end-user filtering and search. Let's start with the end user and dig a little bit deeper into Outlook category tags. What we do here is that we use what we call a carrier tag, which is a simple Outlook category, to mark any datasets that the automated compliance solution has found to be non-compliant with corporate data policies. We also use a support tag to give the user an indication of why this dataset has been marked. This should be HR data, health information, social security numbers, travel information, in the dataset which will be relevant to tag for non-compliance. Our analytics shows that 40% of the non-compliant data we find is in emails. The remaining 60% is everywhere else. To clean that up, we use our second tool for end-user interaction, the GDPR Taskboard. The GDPR Taskboard is basically an overview of non-compliant datasets across different data sources. Here you can see that we have data from sources like OneDrive, from file shares, or from Exchange, and the owner of the data can basically browse through the data and set an action on each non-compliant dataset. An action could be to ask for dispensation for keeping the data, or to mark some datasets for not being GDPR, or to move or delete the data. The general idea with the GDPR Taskboard is that the compliance officer can enforce corporate data policies if the end user is inactive. In the GDPR Taskboard, you can have a quick view of the data content before you mark it, or you can search in the data if there is any specific content that you want to keep. Here I can, for example, search for a CV, and I want to find all the documents that are automatically classified as CVs. When the GDPR Taskboard has been sent out, and the user gets the opportunity to clean up, it is time to prepare the reporting to the C-level. This is done through the Compliance Solution BI service. Here we have the classical PowerBI interface. We can see which departments are struggling keeping up with the compliance regulations. We can see which document classes represent the biggest compliance problems. We often have pictures like we see here. This is what we call cluster bombs, where we have one specific location of a dataset with a massive content of non-compliant data. This is typically backups from previous installations, for example when you move from one CRM system to another, and you forget to delete the backup, and end up giving these kind of spikes. You can dig deeper into the data to see what policies or which departments are struggling. Or you can figure out down to the personal level exactly which employee is not compliant with their data. All this information is generated by our compliance service, which is composed of taxonomies of words, which will help to indicate what kind of data we are analysing. For example, if the data contains ethnic description, criminal records, health information, then the service will flag this data. The flagged data is then aggregated in our document class builder, where we have a large number of document classes. These document classes are identifying whether the datasets we are analysing are CVs, a salary slip, a criminal record, a driver's licence, and these kind of classified documents. All this information, the labels and the document classes, is then aggregated into policies, which enables you to send out notifications to the owner of the data, to take action, to delete or move or encrypt data. It is pretty simple to do that. You make the notification email direct from the service. In this you write the information text, and you can set up the links for the individual owners of the data. That was basically the quick view of Data More Compliance Solutions' main components and the methodology we use to find non-compliant datasets.